Hey everybody, Sherry Leopold here. And wow, we've had a little technical difficulties, but you know what? We are women of worth, so we are going to trudge on and we are going to just rock this tonight. I want to just say welcome. Thank you so much for being with us at the second installment of the Women of Worth Summit for 2022. This is about women, and that I'm very passionate about helping women stand up and stand out as that unrepeatable miracle. That's what I do as the leader of the Stop Self-Bullying movement. And so I took that framework of the WOW, which is War on Words, warriors. Those are my tribe of people in my Stop Self-Bullying movement. And I love that word wow. And you know, when you think about when somebody says, wow, that means look, right? And so I use that word wow for woman of worth. And I wanted to actually shine a light on incredible women because it was Women's History Month, but I chose to do it a little bit different, right? In traditional things with Women's History Month, we talk about women in the past and highlight what they've done that have paved the way for today. I actually kind of wanted to bring it into the future. And so what I chose to do with the Women of Worth platform is salute those women who are writing their own histories today. They're creating the stories and the scenarios that are building the legacy that they want to leave long after they're gone. So these women all have certain characteristics. They're very powerful, they're very strong, they know who they are, and they definitely know their worth, but they come from a variety of different backgrounds. And we have everything from veterinarian candidates to people who have their PhDs in counseling and functional medicine doctors to speakers, authors, trainers. We have a publisher who you're going to hear from also. We have an incredible group of women, and none of them are the same, except that they all know they are women of worth. So this platform is designed for these women who know that it is their right to stand up and stand out as that unrepeatable miracle that they are. We are so excited to be bringing you this amazing event. But I am very honored to introduce this next speaker, and she is going to wind us up for the evening. Sutcliffe is an incredible human being. She is a master at event production, and even when my internet goes out, she saved my bacon. So she is actually helping produce this event at the World Event Center stage. We want to say thank you to you, Sue. But Sue is also a marketing strategist as well as the CEO of World Event Center, which we are all in right now. Which does virtual events that achieve authentic interaction, increased engagement, and really increases stellar stakeholder values. So it is, but at the end of the day, you know what? She's just an incredible human being. And I can tell you that she will pull out literally all the stops for you to help you and support you as a person and as a professional. So I want to just thank you so much for being a Woman of Worth foundational member. I could not ask for a better representative for this platform. And I've learned so much from you in terms of marketing. So I just want to say how grateful I am for you sponsoring with World Event Center this incredible event and this entire summit, but also for being the incredible woman that you are. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. And I'm just blown away. I was honored. You're the best part of the pandemic for me. I think I've told you that before. And listen, everyone here has a mouse. I want you to honk on that clap symbol and show Sherry exactly how awesome she is, because she's always telling us how we are awesome. But really, she's an amazing cheerleader and support system, and just unbelievable the legacy that you are creating right now. And I'm so honored to take it away. All right, we'll give it a go. Got to start by saying that you are all a really hard act to follow. There were so many amazing takeaways. I noticed a few things in common, and I want to raise those up because I think it's important to kind of not just listen, but actually take action. So I'm going to challenge you all right now. Grab a pen, grab a piece of paper. It's great to write things down. And if you can't find a paper and pen, that's okay. Grab your phone and start typing. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Um, what I'd like to do is talk about some of the similarities that everybody's been through. But before I do that, I just kind of want to recognize something that, it's the elephant in the room. We saw a lot of women up there with adversity. The pandemic has been crazy on all of us. Honk on the clap symbol if you've been affected by the pandemic or you've seen people be affected. You know what? I think that there are lots of claps going up, but it does limit how many you can do at a time. And the fact of it is that we've all kind of gone through something that was completely unexpected. And it's not something that anybody has ever done. And I think we need to recognize that. I love the last message about being kind. And I want to raise up a couple things. Now, one theme throughout the whole thing was being brave. Yes. How many people heard that message over and over and over again? Everybody says to me, "Oh, Sue, you don't get it." I say to them, "Oh, I'm shy," and they go, "Yeah, no." But the fact of it is somebody has to talk first. I just learned to do it. You face your fears. Everybody has had challenges, and just to kind of recap, I mean, in the last 2 years, I lost my best friend since I was 16. I lost my father and now my marriage. So everybody goes through things and nobody would have known that. Okay. Nobody's going to know that because we don't talk. And really, I learned through that we have to talk. And I think that's really important. We have to kind of stand up and own who we are and be honest about that, be authentic. Okay. I think that's really important. I have this theory that everyone compares their worst self against everybody's best. And I think I know why. You see, we may not remember all of our childhood, but if we did, we would have seen every single bad thing we've done. And most of us don't show our mistakes. Most of us don't do Brene Brown. Most of us don't talk about what's going wrong. We're afraid of being judged or afraid of whatever. But the key message here was that we need to be brave, right? Pearl said it, Sally said it, Teresa said it, Linda said it, Michelle said it, Connie said it even. Stand out and be our brave self. By the way, Connie, I've never seen anybody do mud. That was just like amazing. So I'm going to be blogging about that too, as well as the song, because Michelle, I thought that was kind of cool. The other thing that I think was a really important thing, and that was something that Teresa raised. I believe it was Teresa. Please excuse me if I'm not crediting the right person, but really about giving grace. You know, um, Everybody's different. Everybody's wired different, and I'd like to say a quote that really I think embodies it all. Actually, two quotes. One: "A rising tide lifts all boats." A rising tide lifts all boats. You see, men are very good at pushing each other up. Women typically are not. I love how Sherry's encouraged that, and I've seen it in the group, and I just absolutely love it. The other quote that I'd like to share with you is, if you want to go, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I guess the message from that is it's all about teams. I mean, I had a consultant come in when I started my first business, and I said, give it to me straight. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. That's what I'm hiring you to do. I've done as much as I can do. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. And they said, you keep hiring you. You need to hire people that are different. And that was really hard. Oh my gosh. You mean, I can be an entrepreneur and I have to hire people I don't really get along with? Well, the fact of it is you can share values and you can be understanding with people, and some people that are different. And that's how you build a great team, is by building it with people that are different. So I urge you to get out of your comfort zone. I did, and it was the best thing I could do. The other thing I want to talk to you about is being your own best friend. Because see, what happened to me is when I lost my best friend, I lost everybody I ever talked to because it was the only person I ever shared with. So when she died, I just really couldn't talk to anybody. I mean, it had only been her since I was 16, and I turned 60 this year, by the way. So that's a long time. So, I think you really need to talk. I think that's a really important thing for your mental health. But the other thing I'm going to urge you all to be is your own best friend. You see, when I'm having a problem and I'm struggling and I can't think, you know what I think? What would my coach say if she was here right now? What would I say if this wasn't my problem? If it was your problem, what would I say? Oh my gosh, it just completely changes things. Now, I'm sure Sherry could tell you all about why that is, but that is the case for me. So if you ever get stuck, don't worry about it. If you don't have somebody to talk to, then you need to be your own best friend. Have an out of body experience. Um, I'm going to also suggest, the last thing I'd like to really push because I think we're running a bit behind. I want to make sure I finish on time. Um, is to think ahead and innovate. It's really important to innovate, and the reason I say that with you is because I've actually been in a position where I've had to innovate. So I'm sharing my screen with you right now. You're probably seeing that. This is my journey on the internet. I was the first one to discuss, like, to get on the internet in '93, and it just rapid fired. You see all the change that's there? You know, one of the things you have to do because the world is going so fast is you have to be okay with showing up imperfectly and stretching your comfort zone. The fact of it is every single one of these steps was something new. Like when I put up a website the first time, there were no search engines. There wasn't any courses, weren't any books. And then social media came out. It just keeps evolving and evolving. And yeah, I'm in tech, but guess what? We're all in the same boat now. We are all in the same boat, and that's just the reality. Life is changing really quickly. So yes, by all means, focus on what you're doing. Focus on building your dream and stay focused, but always have a plan B because that way, when things sizzle out here, you can jump. And that really saved my bacon. Well, you could see quite a few times. Anyways, that's my messages for you today. Michelle, you said that you want to make the world a better place. My mission is to make the world a better place, and I do that by working with people that are on the same mission. So we should talk. And if my skill set can help any of you, please do reach out. We'll put my link in the chat, and I'd be happy to connect. Anyways, Sherry, that's it for me. So I think that's so. Did anybody get some ideas out of that? Give me some claps if you
Throw some love on
got
there.
some
Oh,
stuff.
you know what, Sue? You always give value everywhere you are. That's one of the things that I adore about you. As I said in the introduction, you are a teacher by nature, also, and a nurturing teacher by nature. So I think if people aren't connected with you, I hope they do that because you're really missing out if you're not connected with Sue. And she knows lots of people. She'll connect you with other people. She'll serve you too. So that's why I'm actually really happy that you're the last speaker, because I think it kind of you wrapped up really nicely the message for everyone here today. Go out, be brave, don't give up, don't give in. You know what, don't be so married to maybe your plan that you can't be flexible, right? Because obviously you've had to be flexible and you're going to be flexible again. But change is constant, it's there. And that's one of the qualities of a woman of worth. If you can handle change and you embrace change and you're like, okay, you know what? Maybe I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to figure it out. Like, that
Mm-hmm.
is you in a nutshell, but it's also the woman of worth